Every single Christmas, I play the exact same games, not because anyone tells me to, but because it feels wrong when I don't. These games aren't just games to me, they're part of my Christmas tradition. And today I'm showing you the games I always go back to every single December. Alright, just before I do talk about these games I play every single Christmas, I just want to point out and let y'all know that these games also aren't just Christmas games, they're kind of just like winter season in general kind of games. Just want to put that out there. I love to play these games in the winter. I don't care if it's December, fucking January, February, even March, dude. These games always hit the spot. Alright, the first game is a banger. Now, I played this one so much during Christmas, during winter season just in general. Had so many amazing memories with this game. Shaun Palmer's Pro Snowboarder on PS2. Now, let's just get the obvious point out of the way. This is a snowboarding game. Obviously, you gotta have some sort of winter-themed game, snowy-themed game to play during this winter holiday season here. And my go-to pick, man, has to be Shaun Palmer's Pro Snowboarder on PS2. Now, besides the snowy, Christmassy vibe, this game is fucking phenomenal. It's addictive. Based off of, obviously, it's kind of like a sub-genre to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, I guess you could say. Not even Pro Skater 3, the Pro Skater games in general on PS2. I only say 3 because that's my favorite one. I just always have that one in my mind. But anyways, it uses the same engine, same gameplay. You know, circle is your grabs, square is like your flip tricks, triangle is grind, you can do manuals and stuff. Super addicting gameplay, super fun. It's a really good switch up from Tony Hawk games. This game is a blast to play, man. The level design is phenomenal. Oh my goodness. There are so many amazing tracks in this one. And obviously they're downhill slopes. They're all downhill slopes. And what's cool is there's these little points in parts of the map, like towards the middle there's a point, and at the end there's a point. There's like a vehicle. You can drive into it and it'll bring you back up to the very top of the mountain in case you don't want to end your run. Otherwise, there's a finish line at the very end you can just go into and it'll end your run. But infinite replay value, so fun. Shaun Palmer's Pro Snowboarder. The soundtrack is a banger. Bro, if you're in the mood for a snowboarding game, you know, I'm not a big snowboarder, but man, this game is phenomenal. It's a really fun game and just an amazing game, I think, to play through this winter season. It's not a very long game either. You can beat this thing on like a weekend, dude. Like just spend a weekend, just sit in, just get some, you know, hot chocolate. I want you to do that Ghost. Oh my goodness. Just real side note real quick. Ghost just came out with some new protein hot chocolate. Oh my gosh, dude, I would love to try that. If I remember, I'm gonna get some. But sit in, if you don't have Ghost protein hot chocolate, get yourself some the Swiss Miss hot chocolate with the marshmallows, I think it's called, and play some Shaun Palmer's Pro Snowboarder. Fire game to play this winter season. Now the second game I'm gonna show y'all, a game that I play, honestly, play this thing year round. But it just hits different when it's, you know, winter season. And that game has got to be Super Mario 3D World, Nintendo Wii U. My all-time, I'm pretty sure, dude, this is my all-time favorite Mario game, especially 3D Mario game. Phenomenal game, man. Now, I know what you're saying. Bro, Mario, like, there's maybe like less than 10 snow levels in this entire game. It's not about the snow levels, even though the snow levels in this game, fire, like absolute fire. But just this game in general, you know, when you think of Mario, at least when I think of a Mario game, you think of the multiplayer. You think of joining up with friends and family, playing together, having a blast. And when I also think of Christmas time, you just think of family, man. You just think of friends, you think of family, and it holds a special place in my heart because when I was a teenager, I used to have a Wii U, and then I went through this thing where I ended up selling it because I never played it. And then, you know, recently, like 2 months ago, I just got a Wii U again. But when I was a teenager, man, this game was insane. Loved to play it, especially during those cold ass nights. You bundle up in your nice robe from Polar Express and you sit back and play some Mario, play some Wii U, just Nintendo in general. Just absolute vibes in the winter season. And Super Mario 3D World, such a fun game, so much content in this game, and it's just such a good experience, a good vibe while you're playing this, the snow levels. And obviously this isn't really a Christmas game necessarily, but or even a winter game. It's just my personal opinion. When I think of winter, think about games that I'd love to play during the winter. Obviously, Shaun Palmer's Pro Snowboarder is a W, and Super Mario's 3D World comes to mind, mainly because of the whole good vibes and nostalgia aspect that comes when playing this game. Just reminds you of good times and reminds you of friends and fam, because I've played this game with some friends in the past and stuff, and it's been really fun, man, really fun. So let me know if you agree. Super Mario 3D World, fire. Next up on the list, oh my gosh, this might be the most nostalgic one yet. It has to be, man. Lego Indiana Jones, The Original Adventures on the PS2. I hold this game near and dear to my heart. Now, when I say some of my all-time favorite games of all time ever created, this comes in my top 3. This might even be my top 2, I'm not gonna lie. But it's my favorite Lego game of all time. If you've been with the channel for a while, you know, we did a ranking every level video on this game. We've done a whole playthrough of this game. We actually did 2 whole playthroughs of this game on the channel. One where it was just me, the other where me and my girl did it together. And such a phenomenal game. And you're probably also asking, Brady, there's one snow level in this game, Into the Mountains, AKA, if you saw the ranking, my favorite level of all time in this game is Into the Mountains in this game, in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Only one snow level. That snow level, oh my gosh, it's such a vibe. Like, you straight up feel the Christmas vibes in there. Not only that, there's literally a secret collectible in one of the houses in this game. You need to do the do. You need to do that so the guy opens a house. Inside the house, you can find fucking Santa Claus. And Santa Claus is a playable secret character. If you have the secret character's little extras activated, you can play as Santa Claus himself in this game. Into the Mountains is fire. But not only just Into the Mountains, man. This entire game is a vibe for Christmas. Because this is one of, you know, back in the day, when I first had my PS2, the first ever game I bought from Walmart with my own money, from like chores or birthday money or whatever, that game was Lego Indiana Jones, the first game I ever played. I distinctly remember buying it it was in the winter season that I bought this game. And ever since I bought this game, I've literally 100% completed this game like 1 to 2 times per year. I mean, I can 100% this game in one single day, in 7 hours. You know, I played it that much. But it's another case where that game, Lego Indiana Jones, is just, oh my gosh, it's just one of the most nostalgic games for me. And even to this day, one of my most favorite games of all time. Grew up playing it year-round. Every season, I was playing Lego Indiana Jones. And especially, it's kind of like a tradition for me the past few years to just every, you know, December or so, kind of just play through the game and 100% it just for fun. I don't know if I'll be able to do it this December. I'm going to be pretty busy working on that Christmas special, but I'm definitely going to try. But Lego Indiana Jones, man, I can't explain to you how this game has influenced me with a lot of things. Like, it's so hard to explain. If you guys have that feeling where you love old games or even just games in general, and you have one distinct game that you grew up playing your entire life practically, I've played this game my entire life, never gotten old with it, keep returning to it every year to play it. There's just this certain thing that dude, this is literally like my fucking kid or something. Like, I would protect this game with my life. Like, I don't even know what to say anymore. Let's just move on to the next one. But the final game I'm gonna be showing you on today's video is going to be yet another game that I think about whenever I think of gaming during the Christmas winter season here. This one might be a little strange. You might say like, yo, what the fuck does this have to do with winter or Christmas? But like I said, this has a deeper meaning for me because of the location and like just family stuff that, you know, I was in that environment while playing this game, you know what I'm saying? But that game is the all-time classic, my favorite Spider-Man game of all time, Spider-Man on the PlayStation 1. Now, here's a little childhood story for y'all. when I was young, and every single year for like 10 or so years, we'd go to my aunt's house. And my aunt, if you haven't heard this story yet, my aunt had the PS1 at her house. I personally had a PS2 at my house. My grandpa had the Nintendo 64. At the time, dude, I never really played PS1 that much because it was like once a year that I'd go over to my aunt's. So I went over there. Every Christmas we'd go there. She had the PS1 hooked up in the basement. I'd usually spend the weekend there. So, at night or, during the day after Christmas or so, I'm just on PS1, excuse me. I don't care what kind of presents I got the day before. Bro, I'm playing PS1. So anyways, she had Spiderman. She didn't have that many games. She had my favorite demo disc of all time, the Whenever, Wherever, Forever disc. She had Spider-Man. She had Twisted 2, NHRA Drag Racing. She had, what else did she have? Bob the Builder. Maybe like one other, I can't remember exactly. But for the most part, I played Spider-Man the most. And another thing that my aunt did not have with her PS1 was a memory card. She did not have a memory card. So you know what that meant? I got so good at this game that I could beat it in less than 2 hours. I'd beat it in one sitting. That's how enjoyable this game is. This is another game that like you can never get old with coming back to it. You can just play through the story, take a few hours out of your night to just play it and just have a good time. There's a couple boss fights. If you play it on other than kid mode, it can be kind of challenging, like the Mysterio fight. But this game here, man, is like just a gateway into memories for me for Christmas time when I was a kid. Because yeah, this game was awesome. Just awesome in general. And I could say the same thing about so many other games here, but I had to condense it down. This video can't be too long. But yeah, Spider-Man on PS1. Also, I guess let me tell you another quick little story. At my aunt's house during the Christmas party, we'd have banger-ass food. And then later after we ate, we always did this one game, this present game. So like all the families and relatives would like bring their own gifts and stuff, put it under the tree, and we'd do this game where we'd all sit in a circle on the floor. She had a huge living room. We'd all sit on the circle on the floor, and we would roll dice. We had 2 dice. We'd roll the dice, and whatever number, well, I think it was if you got doubles, you got to choose a gift under the tree. And then as the thing goes around, everyone's rolling doubles. There's no more presents under the tree. Everyone has a present. But if you continue to roll doubles, you can steal someone's gift. And there was like a time limit too. Timer was up. Whatever gift you had, that's what you got. If you didn't get a gift, I guess that sucks for you. But that just also reminds me of that because we used to do that every single Christmas. And I also just associate PS1 with Christmas and even PS2 with Christmas. I associate just retro games with Christmas in general, but specifically PS1, specifically my most played PS1 game while at my aunt's house, Spider-Man, I associate it with Christmas, and that's why this is on the list. Absolutely fire game. So those are 4 retro games here that, when I think of Christmas, I think of these games, and these are some of my most played games during the Christmas winter season. And let me know down in the comments, what are a few of your most played games during Christmas season, if you have any? If you enjoy retro gaming content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. We post weekly retro video gaming content. Next week's episode will be a teaser trailer for the Christmas special, and the week after that on Christmas Day will be the Christmas special on the BR80 show. And then the next episode will be on January 8th. Season 5 begins January 8th. Let's go, baby. I also want to give a huge shout out to the channel members, a part of BR80 crew. We got a lot of members up on here. It's getting to a point where, bro, the list is so long, I can't even remember all the people that are on there. Appreciate all you guys, though. Part of BR80 crew means the world to me. Your support is very, very appreciated. I'm so grateful to have this amazing community here, and I'm glad to be giving you all this content for y'all to sit back and relax and enjoy. And I would love to also shout out my boy Kansas Cowboy Jr., a part of BR80 VIPs. Just a little personal message for you, Kansas. Bro, I love you. You have been going crazy in the live streams, promoting the channel, in the comment section of videos. Everything, all the stuff you do, the donations, everything you do, man, is like insane. And it's even hard for me to comprehend to this day that someone would care about me as much as you do, man. So I appreciate you and all the support you do for the channel. And you're keeping this community, like, bro, you're carrying it. Like, you're doing a lot of work, man. I appreciate you a lot. Lastly, I'm gonna give a shout out to Baby Brady. Come up on in here. Same hat I see. It's a nice hat. Okay, you can go away now. Fuck out of here, my boy. It's gonna be a wrap for today. Also, I guess let me know in the comments. Do you like this angle? You know, sitting at the couch? I'm thinking maybe every once in a while we'll switch up the angles so it's not always in front of my game selection, even though like that's like the most insane angle. Switch it up every once in a while. I think that'd be cool. But anyways, we're gonna dip out of here. Happy holidays, everybody. Have a happy Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we'll be catching you next Thursday for the teaser trailer. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one. We'll see you soon. Boom.